Are you thinking about starting an Airbnb, but secretly worried you're gonna miss something, mess it up, and regret the whole decision? I'm Berta, the founder of Patalan Hospitality, and my husband and I run a growing portfolio of short-term rentals here in Florida, Panama City Beach, Pensacola, Green Cove Springs, and St. Augustine. We started with a small nest egg, a lot of questions, and a whole lot of faith. Along the way, I've made my own mistakes and coached beginners who are making the same ones on repeat. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through 7 beginner Airbnb mistakes I have seen, and more importantly, what to do instead. We'll talk about mindset, money, property selection, guests, systems, and the simple shifts that can save you from a lot of stress and disappointment. My goal isn't to scare you though away from Airbnb. It's to give you clarity so you can move forward with confidence, wisdom, and a plan that actually fits your life and your values. So if you're ready to skip the rookie mistakes and build something sustainable from the start, let's get into it. All right, so mistake number 1, treating Airbnb like quick cash, not a real business. What happens? New hosts usually assume set it and forget it. They underestimate the learning curve and decision-making that's really involved. This isn't just an extra house, it's a business with guests, costs, and responsibilities. So what do? You treat it as a real business from day one. You set clear goals, cash flow, mortgage coverage, long-term equity. You understand your basic numbers. Except there will be a learning season, not instant perfection. Mistake number 2, choosing cute property instead of a profitable one. What happens? People fall in love with a house because it's pretty or they love to vacation there. Hey, I'm in that same boat. I did that when we first started too. They don't check demand regulations or actual earning potential. Cute doesn't pay the mortgage. Consistent demand does. So what do? You choose your market and guest type first. Then look for properties that fit that guest, whether it's a family, couples, or traveling professionals. You sit in a strong demand area. Think beach attractions, events, drive-to locations, maybe drive-in theaters. You work the deal out on paper before you get emotionally attached. Mistake number 3, underestimating setup and operations costs. What happens? Let's say you budget for the down payment, but forget furniture, linens, kitchenware, tech, photography, ongoing expenses. Then you end up feeling blindsided and stressed when the final bills show up. It's not just about getting the keys, it's about getting guests ready. So what do instead? You create 2 separate budgets. Acquisition, so think down payment, closing costs, and inspections. And then set up and launch, so think furniture, decor, inventory, tech, photos. This is a big tip here too, add a buffer for surprises because something always costs more than expected. There's always something, right? So you plan for monthly expenses, utilities, cleaners, supplies, maintenance, software, platform fees, and don't forget those startup fees. All right, mistake number 4, trying to do everything manually and burning out. What happens? New hosts answer every message manually, they chase cleaners and track everything in their heads. They feel glued to their phones and start resenting the property. So what do? If your business steals all your peace, it's not freedom. That you just created another job. So what do instead? Start with simple systems. Saved replies and templates for common questions, a consistent cleaner schedule, and clear expectations. Basic tools for calendar syncing, messaging, and pricing. Also, set boundaries. Set yourself response windows, clear house rules so you're not on call 24/7. All right, mistake number 5, saying yes to every booking, even when it feels off. So what happens? What do I see happen? Beginners are so afraid of missing income that they accept red flag bookings. You end up with parties, rule breakers, and stressful stays. Not every booking is a good booking. So what do? Have clear house rules and guest criteria. Ask simple screening questions when needed. What's your trip purpose? How many guests are coming, etc. And give yourself permission to decline bookings that clearly don't align with your rules and your peace. All right, mistake number 6, neglecting the basics of guest experience. What I see happen is you end up obsessing over fancy decor, but you miss the basics. Think cleanliness, clear instructions, comfortable beds, and reliable Wi-Fi. Reviews mention small but important things that could have been easily fixed. Guests remember how a place made them feel. Think safe, clean, and cared for. So what do? Focus on core pillars first. Immaculate cleaning standards, comfortable beds and pillows, clear check-in instructions, and easy to understand house manual. Add thoughtful touches like coffee, local tips, extra blankets once the basics are nailed. All right, here we go. Mistake number 7, trying to figure out everything alone. What happens? I see you spend months piecing together conflicting advice from the internet. You stay stuck in analysis paralysis or move forward without a clear plan. You don't earn extra points for doing this the hardest way possible, okay? So what do? Learn from people who've actually done it. Courses, mentors, communities. Ask questions. Share numbers, and get feedback from experienced hosts. I encourage you to choose one proven framework to follow instead of chasing every new tip. All right, here's a quick recap of the 7 mistakes plus the 7 do this instead in one breath. All right, so if you saw yourself in any of these, it doesn't mean you're not cut out for Airbnb. It just means you get to adjust earlier than most people do. All right, so if you want support stepping through things with guidance instead of guesswork, be sure to subscribe here and follow my Instagram at Berta_Patalan so you don't miss the next deep dive on building a faith-led, guest-led Airbnb business.